Well, hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday. I hope you're doing well. I'm so excited to be here with you guys and to start it off with 2 brand new members. What? Welcome, Ginger Lee, and welcome, Gregory Schmeggery. I appreciate you guys so much. And I mean, I guess we're going to have to kick this off with the shoulder smolder. Oh, they changed this. Hold on one second. So welcome, new members. So glad that you guys are here. Oh man, today is going to be a lot of fun. I hope you guys, I hope you're ready to have some fun. I guess that's the best way that I want to say that. First live that you've been able to catch. So excited. I took last week off. My mom is in town. My dad is in town. Mia is graduating from high school on Thursday. And it's been chaos. So I hope you guys have liked the edited videos that I've been putting out. Shout out to my editor, Ava. You guys should follow her, and her information is in the video description. Okay, couple things. We already ran the intro, but let me kind of give you a rundown of what we're doing. And for those of you that have been here for a while, supporting my channel, welcome back. This is a place where MLMs go to get roasted, and pseudoscience goes to cry in the corner where it belongs. And if you're new here, welcome. My name is Erin Bees. I'm a wife, a mom, a military veteran, a certified personal trainer, and I spent 13 and a half years in multi-level marketing, healed my way out, and now I'm using all of my social media platforms to educate and raise awareness around the dangers of multi-level marketing companies and the tactics used by the reps. Tonight, we are going to be reacting to what might be, I don't know, Shanna's 46th MLM. Am I being sarcastic? Absolutely. To be honest, I've lost count. I'm sure many of you have, although I think there's a list out there somewhere. I'm sure her downline in all the previous companies have lost count, but yikes. We have libido boosting coffee, nitric oxide drops that make your feet feel lighter, and a USB quantum scanner that apparently diagnoses your emotional state. I wish I were kidding. I am not, because nothing says science like a pulse ox cord from Temu. Yeah. So grab your emotional support beverage. You guys know I have mine, and we're going to do a little ASMR moment real quick. This is the best flavor. Dr. Pepper, not sponsored, but I sure would love to be. Anyways, if you're a member, you should have an emote for bubbles, which is my favorite thing. And if you're not into ASMR, turn it on down, turn the sound down, and we'll come back here in a second. We rate this 1 through 10. 1 is, it was okay. 10, extra crispy. We love it here, that kind of thing. So I'm going to move my keyboard, and let's see what we got today. I feel like that was short but sweet on my end. What do y'all think? And cheers to everybody if you're drinking one as well. Cheers, Kristen. I love that. I hope it's a good whiskey. Yeah, this is going to be a wild ride. A 2. I should have grabbed a glass with ice. Yeah, but 4. Didn't hear anything. Man, fail. Dr. Pepper, fail. Oh, I hear somebody coming in. Just a moment. Hey, babe, I'm live. Did you got it off your purse?
It would not come off.
She bought a new purse today.
He bought it.
Dylan bought her a new purse, her boyfriend. It's cute. Do you want to show them? This has nothing to do with it, but
It's a $158 purse. We got it for $37.
DKNY.
And we just wrestled the hell out of it.
We love a good bargain.
We kind of stripped the metal, but the leather.
Oh, it'll be okay.
The leather covers it, so it doesn't.
Yeah, you won't even see it. That's cute. I like it without the chain. Couple. Yeah.
Okay. I gotta do my nails for graduation.
Okay. They were out shopping, so I had to say hi. Okay, so a couple things. Lip color is the NYX Lip Lingerie in the color Peak Show. And I have a new eyeshadow on. I'm really excited to show you guys this. This is Adriana Nicole's new palette, the I Am Everything All Shimmers. Now, when I open this, some of you are going to gasp because it's so gorgeous. I'm also working on doing a giveaway with her, but it's been crazy with my parents being here, graduation, just life. So that is coming. If you guys are interested in some kind of a giveaway, let me know. But I am wearing, look at this. I'm wearing this color today, Enchanted. In person, it looks purple and blue, but it's kind of pink with my lighting here. Listen, I am a huge fan of this brand. I talk about it all the time. I wear one of her eyeshadows. This ethereal, that is the MVP. That will always be my favorite. So anyways, if you would like to grab some Adriana Nicole Cosmetics products, you can go to her website, adriananicolecosmetics.com. Use the code AaronBees, and you get a discount. And by the way, I don't make anything off of that. It's just a discount code. But I feel like I should probably mention that to you because I don't think I've mentioned. I've mentioned it's an affiliate code, but I don't make any money off of it. It's just a discount code for you guys. So, are you kidding me? I swatched all of them earlier and I was like, oh my God. So yeah, check it out if you want to. And if it's not your thing, that's totally cool too. But I wanted to share those things with you because they are new. Now, let's get down to business, shall we? Hope you have your emotional support drink as I do. And let's see what Shanna, who is a serial MLMer, who every time she leaves an MLM, she says, I'm done with MLMs. I'm not going to join another MLM. And then months later, she joins another one. It's the same kind of thing over and over again. And is this her fun? Am I being sarcastic? Yeah. Am I going to continue to be sarcastic? Absolutely. Because that's what we do here. With some science, with some facts, and a whole lot of snark. So buckle up, people. Let's see what Shanna Banana, as I lovingly like to call her, has to say. Embrace yourselves. It's going to get wild.
Hey, hey, hey! Hopefully I'm live. Hey, everybody. I am so excited about tonight. We're waiting for our special guest to come on, and we are here to talk all about our new company, which is actually going to be labeled the Adaptogenic Company. They're actually trademarking it as the Adaptogenic Company. And
trademarks mean nothing. Thank you. Thank you. Also, K. Marie, member for 23 months. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. K. Marie says, almost caught up to the number of Shanna's MLMs. I see what you did there, and I am here for it. Avery Joe, member for 40 months. That's so wild. The MLM hopping is strong with this one. Indeed. Yeah. Oh, and she likes to research. She's going to throw in there, the appeal to authority fallacy, because she used to be a nurse. Shout out to all the nurses. Y'all are incredible human beings, and I appreciate everything that you guys do. But the nurses that do this kind of stuff should be ashamed of themselves.
And the name is Vital Health. We're going to be talking all about it today. As you are coming on, make sure in the comments to let us know where you're coming in from. Okay, hold on. Yay! Okay, I got to adjust here. See, we made it work.
We did. We did.
See, this always happens. I can't hear her, but that's okay. We're gonna make this flow. Okay. Hey. Hi. Again. Hey, everybody. Okay, as you're coming on, say hi. Let us know where you're tuning in from. I'm so excited about tonight.
Yeah.
By the way, there is somebody that has been emailing me information about Vital Health Global. You know who you are. Thank you so much. You've been very patient with me. I know you've been wanting me to cover this, and it's just taken a little bit of time. Life. But here we are. So this is an MLM called Vital Health Global. And you guys are going to be, I don't know if I should say you guys are going to be shocked or if we've just come to expect this. Part of me is like, well, this is what we expect from MLMs. But then at times I catch myself being shocked. I don't know if you guys are the same way, but It's going to be wild. Marie, member for 4 months. Next week, I'll have another one under my belt too. That's awesome. Thank you for being here. Thank you guys all for being here. And if you have not already liked the stream, if you would do that, that would be amazing.
Hey,
Can
you
you
hear
hear me?
me?
Adjust again. I don't know why my thing's falling.
Can you?
Cal, I missed it. I'm so sorry. Member for 14 months, 14 months. Time flies, and hopefully soon watching together with my new little void. I'm so excited you're getting a fur baby. I'm so excited. Did I miss anybody else? I don't think so. I think we're good. Okay. I apologize, Cal.
You guys hear me?
Can you guys hear both of us?
Give us hearts.
I know Nicaragua. Oh my gosh. I know, girl. We have to come visit you. We have to come visit you in Nicaragua.
Actually, the wedding I went to this weekend, my cousin married a Nicaragua girl. I thought she was Mexican, but she's from Nicaragua.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Oh my
We need
God.
to go visit.
Oh my God.
Florida. Okay, everybody's saying yes, that they can hear us. So we're going to get to it because I know that this is a little late now. It's 5 minutes late. So let's go. Okay. The very first thing that I want to do, though, is let you guys know that we are going to be doing a giveaway. So I'll tell you all the rules of the giveaway as we're going, but what we need you to do, okay? We're going to need you to.
What do you think? What do you guys think she's going to have them do before I hit play? In order to get entered into the giveaway, which, by the way, there are specific rules and guidelines and laws that you have to abide by when you're doing these giveaways. That's one of the reasons that I'm waiting to talk to Adriana of Adriana Nicole Cosmetics, is because it's going to take me some time to figure out the legalities of it.
The roofer guys in here, there aren't any other leaks except for the ones in the kitchen, right?
Just the ones in the kitchen. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tag.
Spoiler alert. It's a funnel. Clarko, what's up? I haven't seen you in a while. I hope you're doing well. ATM. Hey, Brandy Lee, what's up? Let's see. ATM tag. Yes, pray. Indeed. Hold on. I'm just listening to make sure. I think we're good. Engagement. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, well, welcome. I'm glad that you're here. But let's hope it's not a trip to Colombia. Oh, man. If they say pour into, I'm going to throw up. You know what? Right there with you. Also, Sam, thank you for being a member for 17 months. Another one bites the dust. Indeed. All right. So let's see what she has to say. I kind of slipped here a little bit. She said tag, but let's see who she wants them to tag.
The name of the person who invited you here. That's step one. Okay. Step two is to share the video. Okay. Sharing is caring. So share the video as many times as you possibly can. Share that video. And then you are going to, after you tag and you share, you're going to say shared in the comments. Okay. You have to stay on until the very, very end. Okay. So make sure you tune in with us to the very end. We're going to try to make this as short as we possibly can. Okay.
It's 42 minutes. Their live is 42 minutes.
Okay. But then we are going to call out 2 random people who shared the video and tagged their friend. Okay. To win a full size product. Like you are going to get one of each. Okay. 2 full size products.
I'm actually drinking one right now.
Oh, you've got your collagen. Yay. Okay. So that one of them is going to be our collagen, and you're going to learn a little bit more about that in a little bit.
Got to make sure, stirring it up. I mean, is it even an MLM selling live if they're not obnoxiously mixing up their drink and awkwardly making it seem like, look, guys, I'm drinking my products. Look, here's my collagen. Come on. Come on.
And one of them is our sublingual nitro. Okay. So, and that sounds so medical when I say that. Sublingual nitro.
That's why you said it, Shanna. Shanana banana. Oh my God. This is classic MLM giveaway tactics. Tag a friend, share the video, stay to the end, AKA the MLM engagement sacrifice ritual. This is how they manipulate the algorithm, or attempt to. This is how they attempt to farm new leads and make you feel like you're a part of something. But here's the cold hard truth. You're not a part of something. You're just the bait. And your friend list that you're sharing this video onto your social media account, your friends are what they are trying to bring in. Here's a tip for you, Shanna. Shanana Banana. Actually be good at marketing. And then you wouldn't have to beg for engagement. I know. Cold hard truth there, but hey, you know.
Anyway, okay, guys. So first things first.
Oh, I just backed it up. I'm sorry. Do I need to turn her down? Is she too loud? Let me know.
Going to be talking a little bit about the product today. I have my beautiful friend and teammate here, Raneem, and she is going to be going over the opportunity. So the reason why I'm so excited to go over product, guys, is because number one, I was an ER nurse for 15 years. I was
Appeal to authority. Yeah. An ER nurse. Well, that makes you qualified to help people with their hormones, right? No, because that's called an endocrinologist. She knows that. Shanana Banana.
able to retire because of this industry. But the one thing that I swore to myself was that if I am going to retire from bedside nursing, that I was going to get into a field where I'm still helping people.
Yes.
I'm still able to provide education. I'm still providing the best products ever. So I'm so excited to be able to bring this to you. I also got my certification in nutritional coaching. So another thing is, like, I am a science and product geek. Okay.
She is.
So we kind of like, it's kind of great because I love product. I love to talk about product. You are all about like, let's talk opportunity. Let's talk money. So this is what we're going to do today. Okay.
I feel like we've heard her say this in the 45 other MLMs she's been a part of. When I say 45, obviously I'm being sarcastic, but I think it's kind of funny because there's been so many where she has said, these are, you know, I've never seen this before. These products are absolutely incredible. I researched the ingredients. We're going to talk more about that here later on. However, I say this a lot in my videos. She is mentioning that she used to be an ER nurse, and she's mentioning that she's somebody that likes to research science-y type things. But here's the cold hard truth. I'm going to say that a lot, I think, tonight, because that just feels like appropriate. When you have a product and in that product there are ingredients, and you're trying to say this study was done on this ingredient and this is what they found, in that study, the participants were given a specific dosage of said ingredient or ingredients for a specific amount of time. And there were ways to measure efficacy. If there were things that happened, if there were not things that happened, if it needs to be studied more, there's specifics around it. And what we see in these MLM companies, people like Shanna here, and I'm not sure who this is, but I'm gonna find out. They like to use studies and say, oh, there's a study on this ingredient. The study was not done on the MLM products. And the majority of MLM companies use a proprietary blend. There's a lot of supplement companies out there, not just MLM companies, but supplement companies that also use proprietary blends. You won't catch me using it. No, thank you. I want to know what I'm taking, and, you know, you can come to the conclusion that you want to. But for somebody to get on Beyonce's internet in 2025 and say, oh, I like to research, I like to, you know, I'm a total science geek, and mention studies, and know that the studies weren't done on her MLM products, her flavor of, it's like she switches companies every 7-8 months, and know that those studies are not done on the MLM product, and then just switch it up and join the next one and say the same thing is almost insulting, I feel like. But I don't know. That's just me. Let me know. Hey, DC, what's going on?
So the very first thing that I want to talk about is why we chose this company when it comes to product line. Okay. And so this company actually started backwards. Okay. And what I mean by that is that usually when a network marketing company opens up, okay, it's a couple people that are sitting around a table and they decide that they're going to create this company. Okay. They're like, okay, let's create a company. What product are we going to make? Right. And then they have to come together and make this product. And then they put this company together and then they launch it. Okay. Whereas this company started off completely opposite of that. Okay. 10 years ago, there was a doctor, and he was a naturopathic doctor that was creating all of these adaptogenic protocols. So there's that word again, adapt, and we'll talk about that in a minute, okay? But he created all these adaptogenic protocols to start helping people with tons of different ailments, right? People started hearing about this doctor and how he was helping so many people that it became widespread, like all over. It's like wildfire, except for it wasn't online like us, like me and you, viral. It was literally like the Girl Scouts when they spread the word and they go door to door and they're talking about it. Okay. It started the.
I'm sorry. Imagine comparing Girl Scouts selling cookies to a word of mouth advertising for a naturopathic doctor who's creating adaptogens. False equivalence fallacy. What? God. Oh, okay. My apologies. Medical doctors can also be naturopathic doctors. Thank you, DC. Oh, man. Naturopathic only docs are not medical doctors. Thank you. And also, what Girl Scouts go door to door in 2025? They're in front of the stores. You know, they're in front of Walmart and Target and stuff and such. Oh my God.
The word started to spread on these protocols and people started flying from all over to get help from this doctor. Okay. Well, it just so happened that our founder was one of those people. He was one of those people that needed help because himself and his family members were very ill. And so he reached out, got help from this doctor. And when he saw that his family members had a complete turnaround with their health, he was like, okay, we need to get this in as many people's hands as we possibly can. And how can we do that the fastest? And so.
Right. If something was helping people with medical or health ailments, wouldn't it, now this is me being logical here, wouldn't it make more sense to go the FDA route, to have studies that show, hey, this does this or this doesn't do this? Or wouldn't it be more efficient if we're really trying to help people, Shanna, to go through that process, take the time, have the studies done, those types of things, go through the FDA, have it approved as, you know, a treatment if it's shown to do anything through those studies? No. Their concern was, we have to get this out the fastest. And what do you think they chose? You know what? Let's make this an MLM company. Yeah. Because then the distributors are going to be the customers and they'll advertise for us for free, which is what people in MLM do, because the majority of people never make any money, according to the FTC. So yeah, that's what we're doing here. I mean, you lost me at all of this, but especially at this part. How can we get this out the fastest? Oh my God. Also, it costs money. I know, too logical. You know? Also, what kind of a doctor is this person that's making these adaptogens that she's not naming from 10 years ago? Notice how, and I think this is a major red flag. If you're new here, or if you're new here and you're like, how can I tell if somebody is in an MLM? You know, you're watching a live stream on Facebook because they love Facebook. You're watching a live stream on Facebook, and they're talking about all of these general claims. They're not being very specific. And I feel like when we're talking about health, there's specifics that need to be mentioned, you know, like lab tests and other types of testing, you know, that the doctor interprets and you get the results. Things need to be specific. But I feel like a major red flag is when people like this are giving this very vague general story, trying to loop you in to go, oh, you know what is this? They're trying to get you curious, but pay attention because they are being very vague. She is being very vague. who, what, when, where, why, and how. Who is the doctor? What kind of adaptogens? What kind of a doctor is this person? When? 10 years ago. Where is he? I don't remember. She might have said that. And why? Why is he doing this? Is he doing this because he really wants to help people, or is he doing this because he's just trying to financially benefit? You know, and if he's going to roll that out into an MLM, that tells me he's just trying to financially benefit. So anyways, just wanted to throw that out there. Carly, I don't know how you say your last name. Haney? Let me know if that's how you say it, but you just became a member. Welcome. So glad you're here. So I didn't do shoulders, but the shoulder smolder will live forever, you know? Lushy, 37 months. My God, 37 months of facts turning into attacks. Indeed. And you know what? I love it here.
He said, have you ever thought about doing a network marketing company? And that is how Vital Health started. So Vital Health started with product first, product that we have known works for over a decade. Okay. And
let's see the studies, because testimonials, that's anecdotal evidence. That's not scientific evidence. I also want to mention yet again, I feel like she's attempting to use that she was a former ER nurse, that story, with some bonus little trauma moments. I don't really know what I want to call them, but trauma moments and a sprinkle of wellness savior complex. I feel like that's what we're seeing here. And I feel like they're attempting to lay the groundwork for trust, but personal tragedy does not turn unregulated supplements into medicine. That's not how it works. This is very much a tactic. They know that if you connect with them emotionally, you're more likely to buy, you're more likely to comply, and also recruit other people to do the same. This is not about sharing a journey. It's about building a brand with borrowed pain and a compensation plan. They're not helping anybody but themselves. They're just trying to put money in their wallets, trying to talk smart, if you will, smart on the internet.
The reason why he became a naturopathic doctor, he said, I'm not going to be a doctor that you see in the hospitals with the white coats on and stuff.
Why not? I probably paused it too soon. But DC, 37 months, bro. Happy to be here, even though I've got double odd numbers. Hi to all of my neurokin. Melaleuca is an MLM, by the way. Yes. Yeah. No need to message me on Instagram if Melaleuca is an MLM. I have a whole playlist. Yes, it is an MLM. Yes. I don't care what they're telling you. It's an MLM. Okay.
I want to be a doctor that really truly helps people naturally, right? Because he watched his mom and dad suffer and pass away at the age of 16. And so for me,
from what?
The story alone just is like, it touched my heart, right? I just had to learn more. I had to dig in more. Now, adaptogens. Why is adaptogen so important? Like, why did we think that this company out of everybody's products out there was so different? And it's because number one, it's tried and true, but number two, adaptogens, if you guys know what that means or what that is, it's simply that it's specific herbs and mushrooms, right, that actually work in your body to put your body into a balance, to put it in a homeostasis, right? And so it's different for everyone. Like when I take the adaptogens, it's going to work in my body in different ways, and it's going to work in Raneem's body, right? And so I think it's so powerful that we can come into a company knowing that these products are like standalone and tried and true, if that makes sense. Okay. So
I feel like she uses tried and true in many, or has used tried and true in many other companies, all the way back to Elamere. This pause story. I'm not sorry. This is, I'm going to do a live pause story here. This is my face, the one she's making, when I see that Shanna has joined her 46th MLM while saying the same things over and over again and claiming that she's a scientific researcher. That's the face that I make. Anyways, drop your pause story. And if you don't know what a pause story is, when I pause to give my commentary, sometimes they make silly faces. Sometimes when you pause me, I make silly faces. I think pause stories are hilarious, whether we're talking about who I'm reacting to or my faces. I think it's funny. And so we caption them. We're not mean, but we could be meaner, but we're not. And it's not about their looks or anything like that. It's just like a funny caption, usually MLM based, you know, like, oh, when you find out Aaron is in your MLM group and you didn't know, like that kind of thing. So yeah, drop your pause stories. What is the number of MLM she's been in now? 1 million? Seriously, I was guessing 46. I could be way off now. Oh, God.
What? Okay, that's great, Shanna. But what kind of products do you have, right? Guys, we literally have something for everyone. I'm not even kidding. Okay. I'm not even kidding. So first off, I'm going to stop right there and ask you, Raneem, what's your favorite product?
Tough one. Just putting me on spot, you guys. Honestly, my absolute favorite right now, honest to God, is Love Cafe. And I literally crave it. I've tried a lot of instant coffees on the market, a lot of instant coffees on the market. And I'll tell you something. A lot of them taste like SHIT. Honest to God, I've been in the coffee industry, you guys, and I'm honest. Or they smell weird. And I remember opening Love Cafe and literally smelling it. I was like, holy, no. No. There can't be mushrooms in this. There can't be, you know, all these ingredients in this. This smells like an actual coffee fully. So I do it 2 scoops. You can do it 1. I like it because I don't add it in a coffee. I make it instant. And why I love it, I've honestly noticed my mood has changed. Okay. I feel good. I feel happier. And crazy thing, I want to share this is super private for my girls. So, you know, our monthly friend.
Super private for my girls, but she's doing it on a public live. You know where this is going.
Right? I actually had that before I went to the wedding in Michigan, and I was freaking out because I usually look like a ball, my belly. And I took Love Cafe the whole trip, and it was like my second day at the wedding. And I kid you guys not, I had no pain, and I'm not making any medical claims. I'm just sharing some of the things.
This whole thing has been nothing but medical claims, I feel like. Also, were you like, since you were drinking this and you weren't bloated, were you just like pooping the whole time you were on vacation or whatever? I just have questions.
Because it does work on your hormonal, all that kind of stuff. I had no pain. I had no bloating. And I started researching more about it. I know you're probably like, Raneem, how could you love a product without researching? Then I was like, okay, this is not making sense. I don't look like I have my friends. You know, I had no pain, nothing. My mood and focus is amazing. I'm a very person that can easily be swayed. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we know, because you're in an MLM now. I mean, awareness. We love some self-awareness, I guess. Obviously, I'm being sarcastic here, just to be clear.
I'll be doing something and then the Raneem do this and then I'll forget. And lately I've been able to focus, do things, and I've actually been holding a lot of things going on in my life, and I've been able to do just everything. It's just been insane. So Love Cafe it is. I know Josh loves it. I'm working. You know, we all love it. Love Cafe is amazing for your libido, for your hormonal.
Libido. Now, maybe, I don't know that English is her first language, so I believe she was referring to libido. So there's that. 1524 Scooter, thank you so much. Oh my God, yay, you passed your ACE health coach test. I love that you are certified by the same organization, Nexert Nutrition, then personal trainer. I'm so proud of you. Congratulations. Not that you need me to tell you that I'm proud of you, but that is so exciting. And I hope you do something fun to celebrate. That's so cool. And thank you again for the super chat. Hype and a little hype in the chat for I'm just going to say Scooter. Congratulations. That's really amazing.
Balance for your mental focus. That's what I've noticed. Honestly, it's one of my favorite products. If anybody ever asks me, Raneem, what's the first product? Love Cafe. Honest to God. And Shanna, like, what is your favorite product?
So
before Shanna gives her part, I want to address this Libido Latte testimonial roundtable talking with 2 besties thing that they're trying to do here. You know, the moment that we've all been waiting for in every MLM wellness pitch, the miracle coffee cure. The miracle coffee. This one apparently fixed her mood, her focus, PMS, and bloating. These are very bold claims for something that dissolves in hot water. Let's just talk facts. While adaptogens like ashwagandha or maca may show minor benefits in some studies related to stress or fatigue, those studies are often small, poorly controlled, and not replicated at scale. And even then, the dosages used are much higher than what you typically see in a scoop of an MLM brand instant coffee like what we're seeing here. And please don't even get me started on the whole hormonal support garbage that these companies throw out. You cannot balance your hormones with a latte. Excuse me. Hormonal regulation involves a very complex system of endocrine feedback loops, not mushroom powder. So if you're truly experiencing hormonal imbalances, please go see a doctor and not Brenda, who's in your DMs trying to recruit you into the next MLM that she's like, oh my God, this is so amazing. Don't listen to them. They don't know what they're talking about.
I just want to say, guys, Love Cafe is one of my favorites too. Everybody knows that I'm into hormonal health, and the ingredients that are in this coffee are...
Well, then go become an endocrinologist if you're into hormonal health. Go get the actual credentials rather than trying to create your own credentials and say you're a science geek and you love to research ingredients. And now this product in this MLM company is the greatest thing and it's going to help balance your hormones, because that's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. I have the perfect soundbite for this. Might be too late. Oh,
That's not how it works. That's not how any of this works.
no, ma'am.
Amazing, not only for women, but for men, to help balance your hormones. I've never seen that out in another network marketing company, any kind of hormonal product in a functional coffee, which I love, right? And so, gosh, girl, if I'm going to have to say what my favorite product is, oh, that's going to be really hard. It's hard. Okay. Okay, I think I'm going to say V Daily, our green drink. Okay.
Greens. Yeah. Listen. Somebody that claims that they research ingredients is going to get on the internet in 2025 and say that a greens product is their favorite supplement in their MLM. If you're like, well, Erin, why are you making this such a big deal? I do not support greens. I would prefer, and I tell all of my personal training clients that I would much rather them get what they need from food than take a bunch of supplements, aside from like creatine, or if there's a protein powder that they like in between meals or something like that. I'm always going to tell people to get it from food. Green powders are something that just make me want to throw things, because they are marketed like they're a one-size-fits-all substitute for fruits and vegetables, and I hate it. Give me the fruit and vegetable with the fiber, on it, on the peel or whatever, any day of the week. I cannot stand green powders. And for Shanna Banana to sit on here and say, oh, my favorite is the greens. Girl, that is so beyond embarrassing. I don't even know how I want to describe that. Embarrassing doesn't seem to cover it.
Because so this one drink, you can get rid of up to 6 products that you have in your home, which to me, and a lot of people can say that, but then when
you have said that, I'm sure of it, in the previous MLM and the previous MLM and the previous MLM. I'm pretty sure you've said similar things. Remember when she was promoting the olive tree people and she was gooning out on the internet about her, the paper, the tissue paper in the boxes? You guys look at this box. It was giving the magnetic closure from Scotty. What is his last name? Scotty Hobbs of Make Wellness. And he's like, guys, it's a magnetic closure. It's packaging. Chill out. Let's get real excited when there's studies that show that these products even do anything. I would get excited about that, because I know that if they actually did studies on these products, they would not do anything. That's my hypothesis. You can let me know what you think in the comments, but don't like this.
look at the ingredients in the product, you're like, oh, but not really, because I still need to take a multivitamin with this, or not really, because I still need to take this product because it's just not enough. Like a lot of companies just sprinkle ingredients in it, right? but this really truly has it all. So when I say it has a multivitamin, so your daily needs for your multivitamin, it's got all.
I'm going to stop you right there because everybody's needs for a multivitamin are going to be a little bit different. For example, if you have somebody that is has iron deficiency anemia or folate or folate deficiency or B6 or B12, they're going to need different amounts of supplements. So again, with the one size fits all, this has everything that you need. It doesn't. It doesn't. What typically happens, in my opinion, is people end up taking this stuff and they're just peeing out the stuff that they don't need because that's what our bodies are designed to do, especially when we're talking about water-soluble supplements. I can't, you guys. I can't.
Of your minerals in it. It's got all of your amino acids, like the full amino acid panel. It's got your pre, pro, and postbiotics, and it's got all your greens. So again, like a really good gut health drink, right?
Not everybody needs all of those probiotics. And if you think you do, talk to your doctor, somebody that actually has the credentials to help you with your health. Not Shanna Banana on her 46th MLM trying to pitch you green powder like it's the end all be all. And while we're talking about that, her presentation of this being like, you know, the thing that does everything, I feel like this is like watching a supplement Mad Lib section of her video. Our greens, this is what she said. Our greens drink replaces your multivitamin, prebiotic, probiotic, postbiotic, amino acids, minerals, and hormone support. Are you kidding me? That's not a drink. That's like a sci-fi smoothie. What? Multivitamins? Okay, maybe, but if the nutrients are actually bioavailable and present in meaningful doses, which MLMs rarely disclose, aka proprietary blends, come on, probiotics and prebiotics, sure, if they survive processing, if they survive shipping and your stomach acid, postbiotics, that's a marketing term. That's not even a regulated category. It sounds fancy, but it has no defined standard in clinical nutrition. And then they throw in inositol, which she's going to do here in a second. So let me play that part and we'll go from there.
But then you've got something else, which is inositol, and it's got MSM. And if you guys know what those things do, right? You're talking about hormone balance again, right? You're talking about helps with, I'm trying to say compliant, helps with like aches, right? And the swelling that you have in your body. So it's literally one drink.
Imagine thinking swelling and inflammation are two different things. It's inflammation. I'm trying to stay compliant. Meanwhile, it doesn't stay compliant at all. The FTC called and said, hey, we see your health claims. Oh my God.
That has everything in it. And it tastes so yummy. It's like my daughter, when she tried it, she called it a gummy bear. She's
why are you giving your daughter these things that you claim balances hormones and all the other claims? Why are you giving this MLM product to your child? Are you their pediatrician? No. Have you talked to their pediatrician about it? No. God, I hate it here.
Said it tastes like one of those like green gummy bears, she said. For me, I feel like if you've ever been to Mexico, okay, then you would know that they have this green drink that they give to everybody, right? Their green drink. I know Brandon was like, oh my gosh, this is taking me back to Mexico, you know? And we're like, oh my God. So yes, I absolutely love this drink. And then I'm just going to tell you a little bit about a couple others that we have. So if you love coffee, guys, that was only one of the coffees we have. We actually have 3 functional coffees. And as you can see, I obviously love them all. I'm, you know, here with them all. But we have a thermo cafe. Now, this one is more for somebody who wants a metabolism boost to lose weight, etc.
Now, I know I already mentioned that I'm not a fan of green powders, but another thing on my list of things that I hate with my entire chest are thermogenics. Capsules or powders that you take that they claim raises the body temperature, and their theory or what they want you to believe is that by your body temperature coming up just a little bit, your body burns more calories to bring the body temperature down. It's stupid. You heard it here first. Maybe you've heard it before, but in case you didn't know how I felt about that, now you do. I think it's ignorant. I think that it is taking advantage of people. I think that it is disgusting, and you don't need it.
That's what the thermo coffee is. And remember, these are all functional coffees. So they're not just coffee, guys. They have adaptogens in them to help you with different things, right? And then I really love this one too. As you can see, it's almost gone. My Neuro Cafe. So this one, if
Waiting
you
on that
are
one.
mom brain, if you have mom brain, okay, you need this. It is good for clarity, for boosting that, you know, helping your brain fog. It's good for people who have ADHD, that have that scatterbrain, you know. It's going to help you with focus, mood, etc. Right?
Excited
so you
to
can
get that
literally
one.
pick one, or you can be like Brandon and I, and
Mix
like
them.
we are ridiculous. We like mix them. I'm like, okay, I want a
This is so dangerous. This is so misleading. It's so dangerous to suggest that people take this, mix them. I can't. Now, I have not watched through this part, so just bear with me. If you're a member, I know that I haven't been doing a lot of members only lives, but they're coming back into the rotation when the schedule calms down a little bit. And we did a members only live earlier where we watched a part of this, and, you know, we're chit chatting. And so I haven't seen the majority of this. Okay. So yeah.
little bit of libido here, and I want a little bit of brain fog
That's
clearing here. So
That's gonna be me. I'm waiting on. I have the thermogenic one and I have the Love Cafe, but I'm waiting on the Neuro one. How do you say it?
Neuro.
Neuro
Yep, the
one.
Neuro Cafe.
And I honestly feel like it's gonna be my favorite. Like,
Okay. You feel like it's going to be your favorite because you're trying to sell it to other people. Okay. This part I feel like should have come with some sort of a warning label. They are marketing this as something to help people with ADHD and mom brain. And listen, caffeine can help with focus in some people with ADHD. That's why it's included in some stimulant medications. But let's just be crystal clear. This is not medication. And it's absolutely not a replacement for a doctor-supervised treatment plan. None of the adaptogens or mushroom ingredients in NeuroCafe are approved by the FDA for managing ADHD symptoms. Not lion's mane, not focus blend, whatever. Selling people on the idea that they can manage a neurodivergent or a neuro development condition with mushroom dust is not just unethical. This is a straight up health risk. And mom brain isn't even a medical diagnosis. It's a cultural phrase used to dismiss cognitive fatigue, sleep deprivation, and overstimulation. Things that deserve real support, not a subscription-based drink from your cousin's upline. Are you for real right now? Oh my God.
it's gonna be part of my crazy thing that I'm gonna need, you know? And I love it. I love a lot of our products. Is there anything, Shanna, that you absolutely love? I know I love the Nitro drops. I really, really do. I do work out, you guys, like 4 to 5 times a week.
Same.
I might not be posting in my stories, but I'm still working out.
Love it.
And honest to God, I have noticed my feet are less heavy, just sharing what I'm noticing, right? Because when I work out, usually I feel like my body carries too much water weight. I'm not even kidding. Like
How much water are you drinking in a day? How much water are you drinking in a sitting? What do you mean? Your feet are heavy? Girl, are you tired? What kind of workout are you doing? I just have so many questions. What do you mean your feet are heavy?
never making sense. I'm just sharing my own like testimony.
You're not.
And since before I work out, I take literally like 8-12 drops of nitro. And I'm like, okay, let's go. And today I actually noticed myself when I was working out. I was like, why am I in a good mood? Why am I in a good mood? Like, it was just like so weird. I was so pumped in a crazy way. And then I was like,
Okay, first of all, I'm going to say this with my entire chest. For those of you that are thinking about working out, starting a workout routine, you are not always going to be motivated to work out. I know. You think in your mind that you should be excited to go work out every time. That's not how it is. There are some days where you are excited. There's some days where you got great sleep and you feel well fueled. There are other days your stress is high. There are other days you're feeling a little fatigued. Maybe it's not a rest day. Your level of motivation to get your workout done is going to vary. That's part of the human process. And the overhyping of, oh, you got to be excited every time you go and work out, that's just not reality. And the overhyping or the overselling of, oh, I took this product and now I'm super jacked to go to the gym and I can't wait and I felt good and I'm on the whatever, why do I feel amazing? Girl, that could have been a pre-workout. Or if you're looking for something that doesn't have a stimulant, you could do a pump that doesn't have caffeine in it. I really cannot stand that language because I feel like that is setting people up for failure, and it's making them think that the only way that they can do their workouts 4 or 5 times a day, if that's safe for them to do 4 or 5 times, a week, is by taking this product, is a straight up lie. You're not always going to be motivated. Even if you take a pre-workout, you're not always going to be motivated. Not everybody should be taking a pre-workout. Not everybody needs a pre-workout. Some people can have regular coffee and go to the gym. That's their pre-workout. This language and what they're doing, it just drives me crazy because they're not always going to want to work out. And that's okay. It's a part of being human.
Like, this thing don't have caffeine, eh? Why? I haven't even had caffeine, but I really feel it does something to your, what does it do exactly, Shanna, the nitric?
So it's nitric.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're taking a product, you're attempting to sell a product. You're telling people that you feel amazing and you don't even know what it does. That tracks for somebody in an MLM, unfortunately.
Oxide. So it actually helps to your circulation. And so you ever notice when you're doing a workout that sometimes you get like really out of breath and you feel like you can't take that deep breath in?
Are we lifting weights? Are we doing cardio? Are we running? Are we rowing? Are we on the elliptical? What are we doing? What kind of a workout are we doing? Are we doing, a HIIT workout? What are you talking about, Shanana Banana? What do you mean? Also, what intensity level are they working out at? I hate this so much. So much. Oh, let me guess. If you can't take a deep breath or your heart rate is too high, you take this and it's going to make you feel better. Absolutely not. If you're brand new to working out, start very slowly, because if you do too much too soon, I was just talking to my dad about this the other day. If you do too much too soon, you could have a cardiac event, you could have a stroke, you could get extremely injured. You start off slow, 1 to 2 sets of whatever it is that you're doing. Please work with a professional. Please work with a professional. Don't listen to these fitness influencers with 0 credentials. They're just going to get you hurt. Don't listen to them. Start off slowly and you can build up the intensity. If we're talking about cardio, let's just say that you walk on the treadmill. Let's say that you can do 5 to 10 minutes on the treadmill. That's fantastic. Or if you're somebody that's not ready to go to the gym, let's just say that you focus on, getting some extra steps in the day. If you are somebody that is comfortable with tracking your steps and just moving a little bit more than you normally do. Little baby steps make the biggest difference. I know where this is going. And I'm gonna riot, because this person should not be giving any kind of workout advice to anyone ever. Same with Kelsey Ray. Please stop. You sound ignorant.
Yeah. And so when you're starting to take nitric oxide, you're going to notice that you breathe better, like while you're working out. And you also, it gives you that energy without having to take like a pre-workout, because people use it just for their pre-workout.
I'm using it. I'm definitely using it. And it's so crazy you said that. I'm not running out of breath. I actually can't believe it. I actually feel like I'm able to finish my sets, which is phenomenal.
What do you mean? Why? What the hell do you mean? You're able to finish your sets because of nitric oxide? How long are you resting in between sets? How many sets are you doing? What kind of weight are you pushing or pulling? How long have you been doing that? Are you lifting too heavy? What are you training for? Are you training for strength or are you training for hypertrophy? By the way, Eric Caraway, you can't be a bodybuilder and a, what is the word? I can't think of. I want to say strongman, but I can't think of that word. You can't be a power lifter and a bodybuilder at the same time. Those are two different training mechanisms. What do you mean? Oh, God. These people. I want to throw things.
Okay, that's going to be 100% one of my other favorite products, because as soon as I wake up, I'm
That
like,
part.
dong, 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 you know, and I'm like, let's go, let's rock it.
Yes, and you know what's crazy is like there's
Power
so
lifters.
many uses
Thank
for
you.
this, because my mother actually uses this, but she uses it for circulation for like when she walks up and down our stairs. We have a pretty like steep set of stairs in our home, and when she walks up and down it, she gets out of breath then, even without, you know, I'm talking about this isn't just for working out, it's literally for cardiovascular health, for you to have oxygenation to all your tissues, and then in turn, guess what happens? You get energy. Right. And so my mother loves that too. But
You're giving your mom an MLM product because she's out of breath going up the stairs and you used to be a nurse. I just needed to say that out loud. I needed to bring your attention and remind you that this person used to be a nurse and she's pitching an MLM product so that her mom can catch her breath going up and down the stairs. Now, why would somebody with a medical background not suggest, maybe one, talk to your doctor if you feel like being out of breath going up and down the stairs is a concern? Two, why would you not be asking questions about cardiovascular health, or, you know, hey, are you working out? Are you, I mean, it's her mom, so I'm sure she knows, you know, are you doing any kind of cardio? Are you lifting weights? No. Instead, scratch all that. No. You don't need any of that sarcasm, by the way. Just take this product. Totally fine.
no, we're like taking so long because I love so many of the products, but I think the last one that I'm going to talk
100%.
about. So just so you know, we have a lot of different protocols in this company. So the same as I was talking about that everybody was going out for these protocols, right? We have different protocols for everything, guys, for, you know,
protocols. Okay. These people, am I going to pause it a lot? Yeah. I have a lot to say. These people that have a medical background and are pitching an MLM product, calling it a protocol, are doing it intentionally. I feel like it's some kind of a weird appeal to authority kind of thing to make it sound more official or accepted or scientific. I hate when they use that term because typically a protocol is something that a medical professional works with you on, you know, whether we're talking about medication or, you know, different treatment types. We're talking about an MLM product, somebody that used to be a nurse and is saying that their MLM products are part of a protocol or that they have different protocols. No, absolutely not.
Gut health for somebody who has blood sugar that needs blood sugar regulation or insulin resistant, right? People who need to have appetite control, we have something for that. We have something for aches and joints, okay? And then one more thing that I'd like to talk about, because
let's talk about this for a second. I am waiting to cover this, just patiently waiting like the true Taurus that I am. Protocol, the number 2, Call is a company under the Prove It, under the Herbalife umbrella, and they're going to be collecting blood samples. And their whole shtick is that they're going to, starting, I believe, in July is when beta launch or something is going to happen, where they're going to collect blood samples. Hear me when I say this. They're going to collect blood samples, and apparently it's going to be a customizable according to your DNA supplement, ketones or whatever. Now, I'm going to say it for the people in the back. Do not give any company, in my opinion, your DNA. but especially an MLM company with shady business ethics, in my opinion. Can you imagine Prove It people having your DNA information? Have they not seen the lawsuits that have happened from like 23andMe and how they were selling people's information? Do not do it. Do not do it. Okay, we're going to get back to this.
Can go on forever, guys. We have a collagen that is freaking amazing, but I'm not going to get into that. Okay. It's really good. It's got NAD. It's got,
I think they're probably going to do like a finger stick maybe and do like the circles like on the PKU tests that they do on infants after they're born, where they do a heel stick and then they collect it. I'm trying to think about the best way to say that. They collect it into the little circles. That is my guess. I don't know that for sure, but thinking about how they're going to get this blood, I think a finger stick is probably going to be what they're going to do. Again, I don't know that to be true. It's just my theory.
hyaluronic acid. It's got bone broth. It's got all the collagen peptides in it. It's like really good. So
it's like
ask
really
your
good
person about it. Okay. But I want to talk about the glutathione and the reason why.
Before she gets into that, I got sidetracked here. Sorry. Okay. So this last section on the nitro drops, I feel like is nothing but peak placebo. I'm going to call it entertainment. She says the nitric oxide drops make her feet feel lighter. She can breathe better, and she didn't even take caffeine and felt amazing. Okay, so that's called adrenaline. That's probably, she probably was doing some sort of cardio, maybe some good lighting. I don't know. Nitric oxide, from my research, is a vasodilator. It's used specifically to improve blood flow. Some supplements claim to support nitric oxide production, often using arginine. I think that's how you pronounce that, or beetroot extract, but there's very little research on the long-term effectiveness of these ingredients in drop form, especially under the tongue, like what she mentioned, and without known dosages. So even in the best case, these products might marginally support exercise performance for some people, you know, not make you feel like you're gliding through the sets like an oxygenated gazelle, although that would be great if it did do that. Can you imagine being unaffected and not having to take as long of rest periods in between set? But that's, you know, not reality, depending on how you're training. So if you feel energized after taking it, it's more than likely the result of a pre-workout ritual placebo effect than a magical circulation fix. But saying I felt amazing sounds better than I spent $40 to believe in something untested, because, you know, they could never.
I want to. My husband just did a live
Arginine, thank you.
In his stories recently.
Words.
Actually, I think it's in there today. And you could see me. I was talking and I went like this, and my rings like flew off my finger as I was talking because I'm a hand talker. I talk with my hands. I'm Italian, right? And so it like kind of flew off, and it was like over here. And I was like, oh my gosh, that is because glutathione is the most powerful antioxidant in your body, but this has curcumin, chlorophyll, and
Stop. Shanna Banana talking about curcumin after the NAD curcumin thing with Elomere was not something I had on my bingo card. Does she think we forget about the fruit roll-ups that they were using to market the product and making all kinds of claims without ever trying the product? I can't. I did not see that coming.
And glutathione in it. Wow. And it has a rapid absorption technology. So you take this dropper, you put it on.
Do tell us more about this rapid absorption technology. How does it work? That actually made me snort. I can't with these people.
Underneath your tongue. I'm telling you, I have never had the best sleep in my life as I have when I'm taking this and one of our products called Vital-A, okay? And that's for stress and nervous system, Vital-A, okay? But just know that whoever invited you here, guys, if whatever ailment.
Wait. I know where she's going. This is my prediction. If you remember, drop the prediction emote. Okay, here's what I think she's going to say. They invited you here because they cared enough about you and what you are having to deal with that they wanted to make sure that you had this information. I think she's going to do some sort of version of that because all of a sudden she's talking about all these ailments, talking about sleep, talking about all of this stuff. And I think that's where we're going. They cared about you enough to invite you here so that you had access to this information. Let's see if I'm right. I could be wrong. Not the first time.
You have, get in their inbox and tell them what
Oh.
ailments you have, and I promise you they can help you with a
I'm sorry. You want people. I was wrong. But anyways, you want people to talk to some rando on the internet that sells this product to tell them their ailments. Hey, what's bothering you? Are you having pain? Are you depressed? Are you this? Are you that? And you're going to put them on an MLM protocol. I just want to make sure I have this right, Shanna Banana, because this sounds absolutely insane. Can you imagine? I mean, okay, I shouldn't say that because I know all of the things that I participated in, things that I said and did when I was in multi-level marketing. And I just feel like this is more intense, even though what I did and what I said was not okay, which is why we're here today, because I woke up and I healed, and we're going to talk about all of this. But I just find this extreme. Tell them your ailments. What do you mean? Are they a doctor? Do they have full access to your medical history? No. Do they have the credentials? No. Then why are you telling Brenda next door, sorry to all the Brendas in here, Brenda next door, your ailments so that they can sell you an overpriced product? By the way, I find it really odd that when you go to this website, you can't even see how much the products are. That's weird.
product line here, okay? They're all top quality. They've all been third-party tested. They all, like, if you're worried about products not having like testing for heavy metals, mold, all that stuff, guys, you have that here. But let's not.
No, you got that confused with Super Patch. Someone was saying that the Super Patch that has nothing in it, by the way, the pattern was based off of, or one of the patches was based off of the CEOs or the founder or whatever, their thumbprint. Can you imagine? I don't know if that's true, but the Super Patch people, the LifeWave people, they get real upset when they come across my video, and it's, peak fallacy education. I love it. So keep it coming.
We haven't even talked about the pricing.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
And before I go over to Raneem to let her talk about the opportunity, I have to talk about the pricing, guys. Okay. Because our doctor, who is in Mexico, makes all of our products, right? He owns everything. Like, they own the whole facility. They do not source out. There is no white labeling. This is the naturopathic doctor making all of the formulations, the adaptogenic formulations. Okay. So we have very, very low overhead, guys. Very low overhead. Okay. It makes our products so affordable that we don't have competition in the network marketing space at all.
No, instead you have retail brands that sell mushroom coffee. Just drink regular coffee.
Competition is always Amazon, right? And guess what? Our prices are, if not better than Amazon, they're at that level, right? So
at that level.
Oh my God.
Had to do with the lobster. How do I explain that joke? We were doing was it LifeWave? It had to be LifeWave because the lobster. Now, listen, hold on. This is the LifeWave lore that we're going to talk about real quick because of the lobster. And I want everybody to understand like the inside jokes here. Okay. So this one time I was reacting to a LifeWave video, And apparently the owner, I think his name is David, something along those lines. And he went to a Bible study, and somehow the scripture that they were studying, I'm not laughing at the scripture part. Do you believe in what you want to believe in? Somehow the scripture they were studying was the same kind, some kind of a biological type code for lobster, that are he was saying lobster are immortal, and poof, LifeWave patches came about. And so when you see the lobsters and you hear this sound,
oh my God,
it's from that live stream. And it was a blast. So check out, by the way, I have playlists for different MLM companies. The LifeWave playlist should take you where you want to be if you want to check it out after this. But all praise our crustacean savior. He was boiled for your sins. It was so funny. It was so funny. So anyways, if you need a good laugh and you have some time, check that out. It was a blast. Okay, back to whatever we're doing
We don't
here.
compete with any of the network marketing companies out there. And that's the problem, guys, is like right now we're in
In the
a
industry.
crisis.
We are.
Okay.
In the industry.
We're in a crisis. People cannot afford $169 products. They can't afford it, right?
Oh man, I thought we were going to go in a different direction when she was saying, I thought, you know, the network marketing, multi-level marketing industry is in crisis. I was waiting for her to be like, people are just skeptical of these companies. And then I was going to say something like, yeah, they're skeptical because there's so much free information out there that people can get educated without having to buy in and join a commercial cult. Do I believe MLMs are commercial cults? Yes, I do. Yeah, I do. Because of how they control information, how they control people's behavior, all kinds of stuff. That's just my opinion. Y'all can let me know in the comments what you think about that. But I thought that's where she was going, and I'm kind of sad because she didn't go that direction.
No.
They may love you and want to support you, and they may buy it the first time. But the problem is that like not only do they feel bad because they can't afford.
And the graphic, I don't think I have the graphic anymore on here. But the graphic that Charlene made, excuse me, it was incredible.
Afford it, so they can't buy it from you anymore, even though they love you, right? But we feel bad. We feel bad because we're like, guys, like, I really love this product, but I know you can't afford it. And then it makes us feel horrible knowing that we're sitting here and promoting something that a lot of people just cannot afford these days, right? So when I'm talking about great pricing, I'm talking about, you know, coffee for $30, okay? With 50 servings, by the way, okay? I'm talking about collagen for $45 that has NAD plus bone broth and, you know, resveratrol. Okay? It's you can't even believe without sacrificing the quality. And that's what I love, right? Okay, so
Okay.
I know I talked a lot. This is my jam. Okay, so I am going to stop there. I'm going to say one more time, guys, tag the person who invited you to this live. Okay, share the video to your page.
Okay, I'm going to pause her real quick. Okay, so let's talk about her claims that this is better than Amazon. Also, this is a really unfortunate pause story that I will not apologize for, because I know some of the pauses y'all must have when you're watching my videos from my facial expressions. Okay, so Amazon sells some similar products without making you recruit your cousin or your Facebook friend that you met at some random outing, or buy $200 worth every month. If your MLM product is cheaper than Amazon, I'm going to need to see those manufacturing and testing receipts. Plus, Amazon has consumer reviews, transparency policies, and return windows. Now, am I a fan of Amazon? Not so much. However, when we're comparing it to an MLM, you know, you guys can come up to your own conclusion on how you feel, of course, about that. MLMs have scripts, they have disclaimers, and a rep who might block you when you ask for a refund. So no, I I don't agree with that. I'm not a fan of what she's doing here. I think she's trying to make it seem like, oh, the average, everyday, ordinary person can fit this into their budget. And I don't think that that's the case. I think that if you're going to spend money on something, you should at least not have to go through a distributor to see the prices, because our website, I'm pretty sure you have to create an account to even see the pricing. I don't like that. I don't like that it's an MLM company. I don't like that they're making all these health claims, even though they're like, I'm not going to make health claims. I'm trying to stay compliant. This entire video, all 21 minutes and 58 seconds of their 42.5-minute video has been nothing but health claims.
Okay, and then put shared in the comments, because we are going to pick 2 winners. One is going to have the nitro and one is going to get the collagen. Okay, so make sure, tag, comment the person who invited you here, say shared in the comments, and then I am going to be at the end, we're going to give away 2 products. So with all that being said, I am going to pass this over to my beautiful friend Raneem and teammate Raneem, and she's going to talk a little bit about the money.
Yes. The opportunity pitch. I cannot wait to absolutely annihilate this. This is going to be fun. I like talking science. I like talking ingredients. I like pointing out the health claims and the lack of scientific evidence that these companies have based on the claims that their reps make. I love that. Don't get me wrong. But compensation plans, let's dive on in.
Hello. Hot Mess Mom Express here.
What do you mean? You've been here the whole time. Why are you introducing yourself again? This is freaking weird.
Right? That's how we run business. Where's my moms that run their business like that? Because this is real. I'm exhausted. I'm drained. I've been going all day, but I am
I guess the products aren't working how you want people to work. Remember how you were just saying a few minutes ago you had so much energy? What happened to that? Oh, I see. You're trying to make it seem like if you can do it, anybody can do it. You're trying to get ahead of the objections. Am I right? Where if somebody says, oh, I'm so busy, I'm a mom, I have a lot going on, you can say, oh, well, if I can do it, you can do it, right? You're trying to get ahead of that objection, girl.
excited that you guys are spending this time with us. And I love this compensation plan. Give me some money emojis. Give me some money emojis. Give me some heart in the comments, girls. I want to see it, because you know what? I'll tell you something. I love products, but I also love showing the regular person how they can make their first $500 in this industry, right? And guess what? Believe me when I say you can't make it anywhere. You gotta have the right comp plan. And here at Vital Health, we have the perfect comp plan. First of all, I want to say why this business and why this comp plan. Our business model is just, there's no competition. Like Shanna said, we are the Amazon of network marketing, but with honestly better ingredients and everything. Okay. Oh, look at the money. Everybody's giving me.
Girl. Can I get a source for that? Oh, it's just your opinion. All right, cool. Danielle, thank you so much for the gifted members. What are memberships? Welcome to all of the new members. So glad you are here. Oh my God. Thank you, Danielle. I appreciate that. Oh, Mary Scott, a check-in might be a good idea. Where is she? I hate that expression. If I can do it, so can you, because that's so inaccurate. Agreed. Yeah. Let me know if you got a membership. Rachel got a membership. That's awesome. Yeah. Welcome. Very cool. Oh, okay. Do they have an income disclosure statement? Let me see. Vital Health Global income disclosure statement. By the way, fun little fact. Prove It sued them. This company. I'm going to be doing more on this company, but let me see if there's an income disclosure statement. Is that what this is? Let me see here. Nope, that is not. If this company has been around as long as it has, why am I not seeing an income disclosure? Interesting. More to come on that, but let's hear what she has to say about this compensation plan. The girls are fighting. I do love that. I love that Shackley and Amari are fighting. I love that. Did you guys hear? There's a lot of creators talking about it, but remember when I did, okay, hold on. Remember when I did that live from David, who was in Modere, and the second Modere closed, he joined Amare, and he was like, oh, we're going to get liquid biocell. We're going to get trim. Do y'all remember that? If not, I did a live, and he was making all these weird promises and saying, oh, we're going to get it. We're going to get it. Now tell me, David, why did Shackley buy all of the inventory from Modere? And now Shackley has the Modere products, has liquid biocell and trim available on their website as of, I believe, today, Wednesday. Yeah, so why is that? That's so interesting how that happened. And so now people in Modere and people, or, you know, whatever companies they joined, Amare, now they're all, you know, fighting online, and there's things like hashtag, if they're in Amare, hashtag nice try Shackley. What do you mean? They bought it, period. They transaction completed. The check is cleared. I don't understand, but I do love watching them fight. I do love it. And also we have a little visitor here. Hello, little lady. What are you doing? Yeah, would you like to come say hi? It's been a while since you said hi to them. Come and say hi to the people, little girl. Come and say hi to the little people. Hi, honeys. I'm going to give them a little purr. Gotta give him some toe beans. Hi, baby. I love you. Not on my mouth. Thank you. Oh, she's a good girl. Good little palate cleanse. Look at these perfect toe beans. Can you see her face? Eyes closed. Yeah. She's the best. Roll that beautiful toe bean footage. Indeed. Hi, honey. Hi, honey. You just needed to say hi? That's okay. Oh, my goodness. That was a big girl yawn. Yeah. You good? I know. She only lets me hold her like this. Look at how relaxed her paws are. Yeah, I love her. You good? You ready to get down? Okay. Thank you for the visit. I'll feed you when I'm done, okay? All right. I think that was all my story time. But I love when the girls are fighting. When I say girls, I mean MLM companies, because when they fight, it brings me great joy. It really does.
Let's go. Mola, you know? But you guys, so this compensation plan, you get paid here. So our compensation plan is fully unilevel. Okay? It's
Unilevel,
not
okay?
a complicated compensation plan. And I want to talk about this because so many times in this industry that I've checked out compensation plan, structure here, balance here, exhaustion here, get 15 customers to unlock 20%, extra on customers. We don't have that here. I love that our co-founders, he was in the network marketing. He was actually at a previous company in the top 1%. So he knows how, what he hates about compensation plan. He wanted to make it as simple as possible. So who here loves a unilevel compensation plan? Because we all do volume based, right? Who here is tired of structure? Somebody's watching. Oh my God, me too.
Shanna, put your hand down. Girl, you love MLM structure. What are you talking? Put your hand down. What do you mean no structure? You just said it was a unilevel. And by the way, calling it being a unilevel does not mean it's ethical. It's still a multi-level marketing company. The structure is still built on volume and recruiting, and calling it no structure does not make the payout model any less shady. This is like saying this isn't a pyramid, it's a triangle of trust. What do you mean?
Who here is literally exhausted and drained that they have to sell 3,000, 2,000 to unlock extra bonus on their pay. Because guess what? The average person can sell 500, but not everybody can sell 10,000. Not everybody could sell 20,000, right? So why I love it here. Here, your commission overall, I believe, when we talked about it today, actually on a Zoom, Shanna, it was over 55%, right? 55%, and there's ways where you can actually earn up to 85%. It actually gets crazy, and we will teach you how to do it, you know? But when I say our compensation plan is one of the highest on the market, I'm not joking. I don't fluff, I don't hype. And when I decided to come here, I love the products, but I was like, show me the money.
Yeah.
I'm not money driven. I'm not. But guess what? Show me the money so I learn how to show my people so we can duplicate and help them make that first 500. Because tons of compensation plans out there. We are the highest market, whatever, paying market in the industry. Okay, but show me the money. This is our income disclosure, right? A lot of companies out there. But okay, you're giving me an income disclosure on something that I need to be balanced for at that rank. You're not showing me what the actual person is making when they're unbalanced.
Wait, you're familiar with an income disclosure statement and you're making all these claims? Show me how we can make the first 500. I'm guessing there's some sort of a fast start program. I don't know if she's going to mention it, but also the fact that she's like, we just need it to be duplicatable. Nothing in MLM is duplicatable. If it were actually duplicatable, the income disclosure statements wouldn't look the way that they do, where the people at the top are the ones making the most money off of the backs of the people below them, typically off of their personal consumption or front loading purchases to be a product of the product. Remember all those bags of product that Shanna Banana was holding up? Yeah. You've got to be kidding me.
So show me the money. So I wanted to go to a company that had little to no structure. I wanted it to be one of the highest compensation plans.
This is a hot take here. If you're wanting to be a part of a company where you can say you're your own boss, there's no structure, and you can pay yourself commission, why not own your own business? Like actually own your own business. Oh, because then you wouldn't be able to make money off of recruiting other people. Got it. Got it.
And I wanted it to be duplicatable. You know, one of my things is, you guys, how many times some of you are watching, and you're watching for a reason. Do you want to make money? What is the most you've ever made in network marketing? Drop it in the comment. Don't be ashamed. We all started somewhere. I want you to be proud of yourself.
Don't be ashamed. What do you mean? It's almost like you know that the majority of people hardly make anything, and that's why you're telling them not to be ashamed, right? Because you know the majority of people are not going to make money. This is wild. Is that a Freudian slip? Is that what this is? This is so interesting.
You know, but I'll tell you something. The reason why I'm asking you is because we can help you. If you are willing to work.
Let me guess, you have to be coachable too. If you're willing, if you're coachable. Yeah, okay.
I can promise you that you will make $500. If you're a learner, you're a listener, it is very easy duplicatable here to make your first $500 for the month. That's
an income claim. Thank you. Yeah. I'll definitely be sending this to the FTC as well.
Right? There's not gotchas. I now say gotchas all the time. It's crazy, Shanna. I'm like, gotcha. What's the gotcha?
Because it's an MLM. Every MLM is a gotcha. You sign up, you order the products, you know, they tell you to hang on for 3 to 5 years. Just keep promoting the product. Just keep showing up. Just keep coming to the training. Just keep getting to the events. That in itself is the gotcha. The upline benefits off of all of that while you're just waiting for this time to kick in that they tell you, okay, in 3 to 5 years, you'll be able to say that I stuck it out and, I'm able to pay my bills and I'm debt free and blah, 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 blah. And that time never comes. That's the gotcha in MLM.
I kept saying it. I was like, Don't, you better give it to me straight. I already know. I've looked at every complaint out there. Where is the gotcha? I want to know. What is
And
the
there's
gotcha? I tried to
no
poke holes in
gotcha.
it.
There is honestly no gotcha. We both come from a company together where there was lots of gotchas. Honestly,
Wasn't the last company Shanna was a part of, wasn't that Amare?
unfortunately, right? And when there's too much gotchas, we get drained. When there's too much gotchas, we are at the end of the month sitting on our phone. Hey, Mary, I will offer you $20 off. Do you want to place an order? That
Or, and this is the worst.
Yep.
Okay. When you're sitting at month end and you have all of these requirements, right, that you did not meet, but yet you've been working your butt off and you have all the volume.
Yep.
You have all the volume that you possibly need, right?
Yeah.
But then you're like, okay, how am I going to get these requirements in? Let me make an account for my dog. Let me put $100 underneath Betty Sue, because then that'll at least get me to whatever rank I need to be. And that'll get her a little closer to her rank. Like, I'm done with that.
No,
I'm just going to be honest with you.
And
You know what I find fascinating about this? For example, Brittany Anderson. Brittany Anderson used to be in Prove It. She has gotten out of MLM from what I have seen. And I'm glad that she's saying the things that she's saying, but the lack of accountability is so loud to me. She, in one of her stories several months ago, was talking about, oh, I bought this hot tub and da-da-da-da and all of this stuff 10 years ago and blah, blah, blah. There's no accountability there. And that drives me bananas because I participated in this. I hurt people by participating in this. I own that. That is what drives me to point out the wrong things that these people are saying, whether we're talking about products, whether we're talking about ingredients in those products, whether we're talking about compensation plan, because I did wrong by being a part of this. So when I see people that are trying to, I don't even know how I want to describe this. It seems like they're trying to use people's frustrations with other MLM companies as if this company is any different. And they're telling things that are true. These things that Shanna and this other gal are saying, these things are true. But it happens in every single multi-level marketing company. Their company is not any different. This is also kind of like when we would see, God, what is her name? Skylar. And she would talk about MLM PTSD, which is not a thing. And it's disgusting that she talks about that in that way. This is that same kind of thing. Oh, it's different over here. You know, these were your frustrations in these other companies. Those things don't happen over here. It's just gross. And I hate it so much. Take accountability for what you are participating in. Is it fun? No. Is it hard? Absolutely. But if you don't take accountability and you just join the next company and you're like, oh, it's different over here. No, that's the dopamine of something new and exciting. It's not going to be any different. And the fact that these two are using that, they know exactly who their target audience is. And it's people that are frustrated with their past MLM companies or their current MLM companies. And they're just looking for the shiny new ball, which Shanana Banana does all the time, typically every 7 to 8 months.
And honestly, I agree. When we decided to come here, when I say we grilled their brains out, we really did. We asked every single question. And I told Shanna, wherever I go, this has got to be my home. I got to be confident. And I'll tell you something, you guys. I'm confident in the compensation plan. It is honestly, if you're a hustler, if you work, and you show up, you're going to make the money because there's no gotchas. You're going to rank up. I'm telling you,
the only way that you're going to rank up in a unilevel is by recruiting people and selling product. It has nothing to do with showing up. It has everything to do with selling products and also just on the very basic level, recruiting people. This is a lie. This is a flat out lie what this person is saying.
You are a learner, you're an earner. I'm going to tell you right now, and you will earn here. Honestly, the more I listen and try to learn, because we've been having a lot of potential Zooms lately. And a lot of times when I hear James right? Talk about a couple, I'm like, holy, I get like more mind blown, right? And I was like, it's crazy. The amount of money you can make here is honestly crazy. I will tell you why you should be here. 3 years old company, just launched in the USA and Canada. Okay. Less than
Well, that explains why there's no income disclosure statement.
1,000 people in Canada and USA. If you're watching this, you could be the first one to introduce someone to Vital Health. You have no idea how much messages me and Shanna have gotten. What is Vital Health? Right? So and I say this all the time. Timing isn't everything, but hell yes. In this situation, timing is everything. Obviously, I want you to believe in it and see the vision. And that's why I think I'm so passionate in Shanna, because we see the vision and we believe in it. And we know this is where we're honestly going to build. And this is what, I literally tell Shanna, legacy is built like legacy. We came in at the right time. We're going to change a whole lots of lives. So this company is 3 years old. So it's your chance to be part of it. Second of all, oh my God, having brain fart. 1 second, I actually had it in my mind. Another thing I wanted to talk about is, oh my God. Oh, trips. Trips here are very easily to earn. You don't need to be $200,000 later. You don't need to be $100,000 later. There's like little qualifications, right? I feel a lot of average person, if they work their business, they'll earn it, right? So you're actually going to get trip. But guess what? A lot of companies do a trip, then you got to earn your +1. Or a lot of them do trip for 2 people, then you got to book your flight. Here at Vital Health, everything's covered. You earned it, you're going, baby.
Who
right?
wants
So
to go to Mexico?
we're going. I don't even know the date, but I know we're going, but let's go to Mexico,
I don't know the date, but we're going. Okay.
right? So this compensation plan is honestly unbeatable. Dollar to dollar compensation plan, right, Shanna? Dollar
Dollar to point.
volume based. Sorry, volume based.
Volume based,
Yeah.
yes. So you don't have to have any kind of requirements as far as like structure. You need 2 platinums to equal a diamond, or 2 diamonds to equal a triple diamond. You know what I'm saying? There's no
It's
kind of
exhausting.
structure at all volume.
It honestly is absolutely exhausting and draining. I've been in places like that, or where you can take from your biggest like 40%.
Yeah, didn't she just say no structure? This is the no structure, and she's talking about the structure. How does that work? Hold my Dr. Pepper Zero, babe.
It is
Good night,
draining
Sam.
to your soul. So when I want it to come somewhere, I want it to know, am I going to be confident enough to run and get loud about the compensation plan? And I'll tell you this, hell yes. I know.
She has said nothing. Now, if you're going to, and I don't remember her name, but Shanna, write this down. Okay. If you're going to cover the compensation plan, at least cover like the first 3 or 4 levels and tell people what they need to do to get to those 3 or 4 levels. I know I'm giving them ideas, and some of you in the comments are going to be like, don't give them ideas. If you're going to claim to talk about the money, talk about the compensation plan. Tell people what they have to do. That's the whole point of that, right? Is to cover that. I'm not endorsing MLMs. Y'all know how I feel about it. But what are we doing here? This is like an MLM word salad, and she's saying nothing. Can I get some ranch dressing on it at least? Because what the hell? What the hell?
We overcame our time, and I don't want to push it extra. You can always message who invited you, and we can dig deeper into the compensation.
This is weak. I was excited about hearing about the compensation plan so I can point out, oh, you have to recruit, and none of that is happening. I'm disappointed.
Plan, but I will tell you this, the sky's the limit. We're doing big things. We honestly been here 5 days. Well, I've been here a week. Shanna's a week, and
y'all have been in the company a week? You've been in the company a week? How long have you been taking the products? And also, you're trying to recruit right off the bat. That's the whole point of this. Sure, they talked about the products. Okay, they talked about the ingredients or whatever. You're trying to recruit 1 weekend? I thought it was volume-based. How does that work? Actually, I know exactly. I know exactly how it works. 1 week. Oh my God, I took this product one time on, when I was doing cardio and I could breathe better and I was so excited. Girl, how many times did you take the nitro drops in a week? This absolutely is placebo. Everything that these two individuals have said on this is placebo. A week? Girl. Oh, I love that for us.
And I'm telling you, big things are happening, honestly. And you could be part of it. You could be part of it. This company, this products, the co-founders, the mission, that's all you need. And guess what? You are watching this for a reason. It's in your heart. And anybody that joins, we're so excited for you. And we're so thankful for you guys spending the time with.
That's the compensation plan. This is it. Okay. I want to double back and talk about these free trips because I've talked about it before, but I feel like I don't talk about it enough. When you live in the United States and you are a part of these companies, you are a distributor in the company, you're considered an independent contractor with that company. If you make a certain amount of money, you get a 1099. It's the number that they paid you. What is included in that 1099? Well, if you got free product, those trips, they count that as a source of income on your 1099 to which you are paying taxes on. So the trip is not free. And if we're talking about an MLM where you have to pay your own airfare, you have to, pay to get there, transfer fees or whatever, you're paying tax on a trip that they're telling you is free and you're paying to get there and paying to get back. That's not a free trip. And the only reason I know that is because when I was in Pure Romance and I was dealing with the state of New Mexico on gross receipts tax, which was a nightmare, and I requested an itemized 1099, wouldn't you know it, all that free product that I would earn every single month was on that 1099. So if you're in an MLM and you're like, no, that's not true, I dare you, I triple dog dare you to email your MLM company and ask them for an itemized 1099 and see what's on it. And let me tell you, you're going to be pissed. You're going to be real mad because all those free things that the company talks about, and it could be free product or it could be contest things that you won. It could be whatever. That can all go on your 1099 and you would have no idea unless you asked for an itemized 1099. Which is not like standard practice. You should just get the 1099, you take it to your accountant, you do your taxes. So if you're in an MLM and you're having feelings about that, you should ask for an itemized 1099. By the way, can I tell you guys a little story? We're just real quick. Is that okay? A little story time. So I don't know if I'm going to do a video on this, but I had somebody that sent me a DM that was an attempt at a cease and desist. Have I told you this? Get real cozy for the next few minutes. So there is an Instagram, it's Optavia, by the way. There is an Instagram account called Optavia_uncovered, I think. Is that the name of it? I believe that's the name of it. They did a reel where they're showing a picture of a distributor. Her name is Tracy. Tracy may be on here. She's been real active in my stories, watching all of my stories on Instagram, which is fine. Public platform. Do what you want. So I reacted to that Instagram account, their post, Optavia Uncovered. I reacted to their post. I made it a reel. Now, the thing with content creation is it has to be transformative, among many other things. So this other Instagram account found Tracy's content of her holding up this sad little waffle, 110 calories, 11 grams of protein, blah, 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 blah. And I look forward to this every single day. First of all, if you're looking forward to a 110 calorie waffle every day, it's time to reevaluate. That's just my opinion. Anyways, I mean, I'm looking forward to like a piece of cake or something. That's just me. Oh, excellent. Anyways, so Tracy got real mad about that. And I really think that Tracy thinks that I'm behind both of the accounts because she sent that other Instagram account, the Optavia Uncovered account, the same DM Hey, Tish, the same DM, and on their DM, it had my name on it. And on her Facebook, all she's talking about is how I'm mocking her and I'm making fun of her. First of all, if you're going to send me some Wish version of a cease and desist via DMs, yeah, we're going to talk about it. Do y'all want me to read it to you? Or maybe I should save that for another video. Read it now or do it in a video. I should do a poll. Hold on. Let me pull this up. Let me do a poll just for funsies. Give me just a second. All right, let's do a poll here. Read the C and D. Oops. C and D now, or make a video on it. Now, dedicated video. Because then I could tell like all of the details and show all of the details. All right, let's start this poll. Why is that even a question? I don't know, David. Do it if you want to. As long as I get to hear it eventually, I'm good. I appreciate that. The most unnecessary poll in the history of polls. Listen, it's just for funsies. I could do both. Good God, 77% of you, 42 votes already said now. Oh my God. Okay, well, I guess I'm going to have to do both. But anyways, I'll leave that up for a second. Yes, we'll do both. That should have been an option in the poll. I apologize. All right, let me pull it up. Tracy, if you're here, this is for you. Where is it? Okay. Cease and desist notice. Unauthorized use of copyrighted material to Aaron B's. Date, May 22nd. This letter, it's not a letter, it's a DM, Tracy. Okay, relax. This letter serves as formal notice that you are unlawfully using my intellectual property without permission. Actually, I was using Optavia Uncovered's transformed content and reacting to that. So it was actually transformed twice. So that's weird. Anyways, specifically, you've posted a photo of me, a selfie I personally took. Isn't that what a selfie is, Tracy? A picture you know what I'm saying? Isn't that normally what that is? It's kind of weird. I personally took and own the copyright to, along with my full name, in content that appears across your social media platforms, including but not limited to Instagram stories and posts. It was a reel, actually. It wasn't a post, but okay. I am the sole creator and copyright holder of the image in question. You did not request or receive permission to use, display, or alter my image or identity in any capacity. Wait, didn't you just say a second ago that I basically implying that I didn't transform it in any way? But now you're saying I didn't have permission to alter the image or identity in any capacity. Which is it, Tracy? I don't know. Your use of my likeness and personal name and content that mocks, harasses. This is not harassment. It was one real. Calm down, Tracy. Okay, relax. Take a deep breath. Maybe some grounding, maybe some meditation, maybe speaking with a therapist, because this is like really unhinged. This is abnormal behavior. Oh, okay. And targets me as a direct violation of my rights under U.S. copyright law, Title 17, U.S. Code. You are hereby directed. Now, Tracy, you must be new here, because not only am I a Gen X individual, I'm also a Taurus and I'm a middle child. So you coming here and saying you are directed, I'm naturally going to do the opposite. It's just how it works. You're hereby directed to, 1, immediately remove all unauthorized uses of my image and name across your platforms. My response, no. 2, Cease and desist from any further use, publication, distribution, or reference to my image, content, or name. Tracy, also no. Relax. And number 3, confirm in writing. Would a DM suffice, or do I actually have to mail you a letter, Tracy? Because you sent this letter, your words, as a DM. Confirm in writing within 48 hours that the infringing material has been permanently removed and will not be reposted. Also no. Failure to comply with this notice may result in legal action, including but not limited to the pursuit of statutory damages, attorney fees, and injunctive relief. If your social media content is monetized, this increases your liability and potential financial exposure under federal law. This is not a request, it's a formal legal warning. You are now on notice. Sincerely, Tracy. Noted, Tracy. And no, thank you. Unbelievable, right? So she was real mad that I did one reel. And also she's an Optavia. Now, why is all of this ironic? She's claiming copyright. One thing I know to be true about Optavia is when you are a distributor in that company, and you promote Optavia on your social media platform, you no longer own that. If Tracy, if you're here, you may want to write this down. Maybe take it to your lawyer. When you promote Optavia on your social media platform and you decide to get out or go to another company, you no longer own your own social media platform that you built. That belongs to Optavia, and you have to start a new social media account. Maybe you should read your distributor agreement. That would be my suggestion, because you actually don't own anything on that social media platform. She's probably hangry, but anyways, that's my little story time. So I'll probably do a video on it. I haven't really decided because there's other things that honestly are more important, although this is very funny and it's very entertaining. Yeah, the truth is not harassment. Let me see some of your comments. Hashtag big Taurus energy. Indeed. In a DM was certainly a choice. Yeah. Hereby what? Huh? Yeah. Absolutely a choice. Yeah. Y'all are so funny. Let her waste her money. It's fine. Yeah, they cannot handle the truth. They get really upset. I mean, what Tracy was suggesting in that post was dangerous, in my opinion, and we're going to talk about it. So this is going to go on your permanent record, young lady. I'm now on notice. It's been more than 48 hours. Tracy, TikTok. Oh, it definitely came from a Cracker Jack box. A formal legal warning, not from a lawyer, over Insta DMs. That part, Melissa. I can't believe it. Yeah. And then she, was watching all of my stories and yeah. Yeah. Back to what we were talking about earlier about Vital Health Global. Aaron, you were right about the lawsuit. LaCour, Prove It, and Access Global Sciences, a Texas shell company who licenses use of the patents to prove it, sued Vital Health for infringement of ketosis-related patents. Yep. Yeah, so I may do a video. I think it would be good to talk about it, an educational video on this. And yeah, anyways, let's get back to this. That's my little story time. I've missed you guys. I didn't go live last week, and I had to fill you in on everything.
That's Shanna, anything else you want to say?
So I think 2 things before we jump off of
Indeed.
here. And then we're going to actually 3 things, because the third thing is we're going to announce winners.
Yep.
Okay. We're going to announce winners. But the first thing that I want to talk about is something that has to do with the comp plan, which is called our influencer bonus. And the reason why, or actually, do you want to tell them about the influencer bonus, or do you want me to?
I mean, you could.
Okay. I just
kill it.
wanted, I had to talk about this because this is something that's never been done in any network marketing company that any company I've ever looked at, right? So we have something that's called the influencer bonus. And what that means is that if you just want to come in here and you just want to get customers, right? You don't want to build a team.
Also, I live in an anti-slap state, Nevada. So, you know, there's that.
You just want to do customer sales. Perfect, right? This compensation plan is set up for it. You will make anywhere from 33% to 80%. Okay. So the average is about 60 some, but I'm going to explain the 80% part because I know you're like, how is that even possible? Because we were like, how is that even possible?
Oh yeah,
But
that was
remember
that was one of our questions,
right?
What is the gotcha? It literally kept on popping.
So anytime that you sell yourself or buys or a mixture of the two, okay, 200 points, which is about like $200 and some to $300, right? Worth of products, okay? Sell or buy or a mixture of the both. You unlock this thing in our comp plan, and it's called the influencer bonus. And what that means is then they give you a wholesale price on all their products. So you can either buy the products yourself
they're encouraging front loading and calling it a bonus. Wow, I'm so shocked. I've never seen another MLM do anything like this. That's sarcasm.
Go and resell yourself. Or when somebody comes onto your website and buys from you, you will make the difference of wholesale to retail. Okay. All pocketed into your pocket, 80% commission. So I'm just going to give you an example. Like, let's say that somebody came onto your website and let's say they bought the collagen, right? And they bought it for $45 and you unlocked a wholesale price of $5. You're pocketing $40 when somebody buys that. Okay. And that's unlimited. That happens over and over and over again every single time somebody buys that 200 points or you purchase 200 points every time.
So what do you think they're going to encourage their downline to do? They're going to encourage their downline to order $200 worth of products so that they can order more product at that deeper discount. This is encouraging front loading. Yikes.
It's on it. That was one of my things I literally kept on asking about because it did not make sense to me. I was like, how? You know? And honestly, it's just insane because there's so much people that could actually sell. I believe every average person that is watching this video could sell $300. I believe, or buy between themselves and somebody. So imagine like that.
And how many of your downline, if you have a downline 1 week into this company, have done that? Tell us that part. I would love to know that. I need to find out who this individual is, and I will.
It's a crazy freaking, it literally blows my mind. Every time I hear it, I'm like, this is crazy. Yeah. You know?
It's insane.
What else?
Insane.
To talk about? That one was great.
The very last thing that I want to talk about, and I want to make it clear why I left this for last, is we have something that our company has that nobody else has again. So as you can see, there's a bunch of really cool things in this company, right? Yeah. That nobody else has. But
are the really cool things that nobody else has in the room with us now? No?
The last thing I want to talk about is our quantum scanner. Okay. And I know you're probably like, what the heck is that? Okay. But what it is, if you can imagine, or if you have ever heard, okay, of a biofeedback quantum scanner, there's a lot of places that are out there like naturopathic physicians that have these offices and they offer a body scan. Okay. And what that does is like you go and you get your head to toe body scan and they're going to tell you each one of your functions in your body that need work or that's doing well. Right. And then you could start working towards a healthier lifestyle, whether that be with supplements, whether that be with exercise, whatever that looks like. Okay. Our company offers a biofeedback scanner that is programmed for vital health. And it looks like this. I brought it over here. So in case I wanted to talk about it. Okay. So it looks like this. You're going to plug it into your computer and the little pulse ox thingy, right? This is like what you see in the hospital. You put your finger in here and you're going to leave your finger in there and you're going to relax and it's going to scan you from head to toe and it takes a minute, literally. It's so quick. It takes a minute, okay? It's about 85 to 92% accurate. So very, very accurate, pretty much as accurate as blood work, okay? And I know for a fact because I got my blood work done right before I did this because I'm not dumb. I'm going to make sure.
You got your blood work done before this because you're not dumb. Those are her words, not mine. Some of the comments I can't even read. Are we being punked right now? You plug it into your computer. It's a pulse ox. It reads all of your body processes in 1 minute through your computer. You can't even make it up. You can't even make this up. Call Julie Anderson. You can't even make this stuff up. The quantum punk. Oh my God. 60% of the time, it works every time. Yikes.
Okay. That's me. And so after it reads everything from your brain function, your respiratory function, your cardiovascular function, your circulation, your allergies, your hormone health, your lymph, even your emotional state. Okay.
I'm sorry. What? What? Your emotional state? Can you imagine if these people that are very clearly overhyping everything about this MLM company were to scan it? I just, or scan themselves, and it was to tell their emotional state. What do you guys think their emotional state would be? Oh my God. That's a mood ring. Relax. Brain function assessed from your finger. Wow, breakthrough. These MLMs are amazing. I can't. You guys, listen, I was trying to hold it together. I don't know how much longer I can listen to it.
And so it reads everything and it generates this 122-page report. And when it does that, it then gives you all of the suggestions on what to do from there. So,
and let me guess, it suggests every single product that Vital Health Global carries. You need it all. Buy all of the products. And then you get that, you know, when you spend $200 or more, you get that discount. So then you can buy more. God, I hate this so much.
Meaning it will tell you what foods to eat, what exercises to do, and also what products from Vital Health, what protocols you should be on to help you change those health goals. Okay. Now, what's even cooler than that is
let me tell you, let's just talk about this real quick, because I feel like this is where MLM goes, like full MLM Hogwarts. A USB pulse ox that allegedly reads your brain, hormones, and emotions with 92% accuracy. This is not biofeedback. This is tech-themed snake oil. That's what we're seeing here. These devices are unregulated. They're unverified by any real medical institution. The FDA has issued warnings about similar products being marketed with false claims. And yet here we are watching these two individuals swear that it works because it told them what? That they're tired? What? Let's see what else they have to say.
It's called test-based nutrition, right? Test, don't guess, because we have proof that our products and our protocols work. Because what you can then do is you can test again in 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, however many days, okay? And see the progression in each one of those that you have tested maybe lower than average, okay? Or maybe you need a little help. And I got to tell you, I got my blood work done right before I did the test, and a lot of it was exactly accurate.
Which parts of it? What lab work are we comparing? Let's be specific here. Let's go line by line. Let's get crazy. Line by line. What tests did you have done, and where does it reflect that in this pulse ox USB thing you plug into your computer that apparently scans everything. Let's go line by line. Do that, Shanna. I dare you.
I had just found out as well, right? So I wanted to talk about that last because that is last. And what I mean by that is we are not a scanner company.
No.
We are getting our adaptogenic protocols out to as many people as we possibly can. But guess what? We can just have this amazing tool that can test to make sure that our products are working in your body. So instead of going out there,
Wait, what? Wait, I have the perfect song for this.
Why you always lying? Wrong, 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 wrong. Wrong, 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 wrong. You're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong.
You sit on a throne of lies.
I can't. Oh my God.
and being like, okay, Sally said that this drink is going to change my whole life, and her cortisol went down, and so that means my cortisol is going to go down. So I trust Sally, so I'm going to buy that drink. Well, guess what? Sally ain't you, right? And so you
I bet she said the same things when she was in Amare. The cortisol drink.
may not get the same results that Sally gets, right? And so then you go and you spend all this money, and then you're like, is it working? I don't know, but I'm still going to spend $160 a month, right? And so here you will know, you will see that change, you know? So anyway, test-based nutrition, I really wanted to say that. And that's pretty much it before now we get to the winners, okay?
Okay.
This too is false.
Indeed. Thank you, Obama.
So guys, I'm so excited to have you here. Thank you so much for staying to the very end. I am going to announce the 2 people that I saw share out the video.
I'm actually not gonna play that because it's just a giveaway and I don't know who she's gonna be shouting out, but yeah, that was tonight's live stream. What did y'all think about that? Oh my God, that was a wild ride. Well, I had a great time. I hope you did too. We had some good laughs together. I feel like it's been a while, but you know, here we are. And I guess there you have it. Shanna's 46th MLM. That's sarcasm, by the way. But, you know, now with libido coffee and green sludge and diagnostic USBs that absolutely do not belong in a medical setting. If you made it this far, congratulations and thank you for being here. And now you have, you know, more critical thinking skills, hopefully, than most of the vital health top earners, in my opinion. If you loved today's video, please make sure that you like the stream. Feel free to comment. You could do some sort of a fun, snarky thing after this is no longer live anymore. Make sure that you're subscribed. And in the comments, tell me your favorite unhinged claim from tonight's stream. But make sure people know that, you know, you don't actually believe it. And remember, no amount of adaptogens will protect you from a predatory comp plan, period. Stay skeptical, stay snarky, and I'll see you in the next takedown, which will be Friday, Thursday for members, tomorrow for members. And it's a Nilo Life update. Remember the other company that sent me a cease and desist? That was a fun one. I did a dramatic reading on that one too, so you can check that out. Check out my playlists. They're organized by, there's one big anti-MLM playlist, and then I have it organized by companies. So if there's something that you're looking for, check it out. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.